wrestling fans? You got the show Bill Schuyler here at One Wrestling Presents Showtime. That's right, it's the new Q&A show with myself, Bill Schuyler, at You Got the Show here on Twitter, part of the Big Slam Nation, and of course, One Wrestling with the boss of bosses, the man, the icon, the Hall of Famer, Bill Apter at Apter One Wrestling. Let's get into it right now. I had, Say Uncle at TWIZZ0718. His question was, who do you see challenging Finn Balor and Asuka at the next takeover? Well, things have changed since you sent this in to me, and that's going to change this question. And initially, I felt that Finn Balor would be facing Nakamura for the NXT title. But, as you do know or may not know, Samoa Joe captured the NXT title this past week in Lowell, Massachusetts. He is your new NXT champion, and Finn Balor made it clear on Twitter that he will be seeing the fans Monday night, that being Raw. Will we see finally the reuniting, the first time ever, of AJ Styles and Finn Balor with the Bullet Club? Great things can occur. We've already had that attack on the Usos. We've had the attack on Roman Reigns. AJ trying to placate and say he didn't know anything about it. Well, I'm not buying it, and I'm expecting to see a massive, massive beatdown of the Uso clan along with Roman Reigns, and I'm expecting to see possibly The Rock being involved in this by SummerSlam. I do 100% agree and feel that AJ Styles will win the WWE title from Roman Reigns. The Roman Empire will fall at Payback. Now, what does this leave for Finn Balor at TakeOver? Obviously, he's not going to be at TakeOver. I'm seeing Finn Balor capturing either the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title very quickly. As far as Asuka goes, I'm going to say she's probably going to face Bayley. Bayley's going to get her last shot in because they're looking to pull her up to the main roster, which I feel is probably a mistake. I don't think they're ready to lose any females yet. They got a lot of talented women down there, but they're not enough to make up the difference of losing Charlotte and Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, and now you're talking about losing Bayley. Asuka's just going to go through everybody on that roster like a hot knife through butter, my friend. I expect her to face Bayley, and then Bayley will be leaving Sands without the title, going back, or forward, that is, to NXT's. In the past, Raw and SmackDown are the future. Then I get a question from my man, Daniel Tilson at Star Trek 37650. What is your favorite version of the Midnight Express? This is a great question, and there might be some of you younger fans out there who don't know who the Midnight Express are. Check them out on YouTube. Go on the network. Back in the NWA, 85, 86, 87, you will see the greatness of the Midnight Express. The original Midnight Express with Dennis Condrey and beautiful Bobby Eaton are favorites to some. But to me, the perfect team that gelled just absolutely without anything. These guys were perfect in the ring. They were great on the mic. They were great as heels. Awesome ring psychology. And was one of the best managers in the business, James E. Cornette. And on top of that, they had Big Bubba Ray Traylor, formerly known at that time, then became the Big Boss Man in WWE. He was the bodyguard for Jimmy Cornette, and they were fantastic. The feuds they had with the Midnight Express, unreal. With the Horsemen, with the Legion of Doom, you name it, they fought everybody and anybody, and they held all the tag team gold in the NWA. So yes, Sweet Stan Lane, beautiful Bobby Eaton, Jimmy Cornette, and Big Bubba are this guy's favorite version of the Midnight Express. Good question there, Daniel San. Good question. And congratulations to you and Mama for the birth of that baby. I'm sure you're not getting any sleep yet, but rest assured, it'll be worth it. Now we got Roger, my man Roger. This is one of the most dedicated fans of one wrestler and one wrestler only. We had her on the Big Slam Nation a few months ago. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the alpha female, Jazzy alpha female, a beautiful, outstanding, majestic woman who can kick anybody to death in the ring. She is all that and deserves to be in the WWE's women's division, and I'm hoping that they decide to sign her and get her in this year. Roger is pushing for it every single day. So Roger, let's see what your question was at Roger, POWRTWEETR. All right, Roger, you wanted me to describe my opinion on what should be the best balance for a wrestling company's in-ring roster. Not quite sure where you wanted to go with this, what you were looking at. For me, if I was booking, if I had my own roster, I would look definitely. You want to have an equal footing of heels and baby faces, with a slight advantage of more heels than the good guys. You got to have managers in this business. That's what's missing so much, is having a heater, a guy that can talk the talk and get the crowd and everybody insane without ever stepping inside the ring. Earlier we spoke of Jim Cornette, one of the greatest managers of all time. He's just a prime example. And back in the day here on the East Coast, we had Lou Albano, we had the Grand Wizard, okay, we had Classy Freddie Blassie, and times went on and things began to change, and we had, Elizabeth became a manager, and she was more of a valet. They did that, such as Baby Doll down in NWA, Precious, things like that, and of course Missy Hyatt. And but the Horsemen had James J. Dillon, and they really could use some really solid managers in the business. Paul Heyman is actually he's really the only one in the WWE. Ring of Honor has a couple. House of Truth. They need more. It's something that's really lacking in the business. So that would be something that I would have, is my managers would be throughout. Good guys and bad guys, I'm going to have them both. My bad guys, my heels, are going to outnumber the faces just to give them that advantage for that underdog win. And I want to have better connection with the referees and the talent and the audience, where that referee's word is it. It's done. The referee makes the call. That is it. Guys like Tommy Young back in the day, you didn't mess around with those type of referees, or they disqualified you, they threw you out, and it was done. That's what's missing today too, is these referees are unknown. When I grew up, you knew who every referee was, whether it was Tommy Young, Dick Worley, Gorilla Monsoon's son. These are just things that are fun. They help out tremendously, especially in the house shows, and to me, that's what's missing. Now again, this was the first Q&A that I did. I strictly did this one just on Twitter. The upcoming next episode I'm going to put out is going to be on YouTube, so we get some more questions, and I can give some more answers to the fans out there for what's going on. I will say this, things are really blowing up, and they're hot right now in the WWE, hotter than it's been in many, many years. Having the debut of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson looking to be hooked up with AJ Styles, Finn Balor coming in possibly this Monday night on Raw. Will we see the destruction of the Roman Empire, the Usos? Will Rikishi be involved? Will The Rock be involved come SummerSlam? I could see them bringing in the entire Samoan tribe and these guys going to war with them. They don't have a club, but they have a tribe. There's a lot of ways that they could go to make this really, really cool for the wrestling fans and for purists and guys who want to see real, hardcore wrestling. And nothing is hardcore, nothing is more intense than wild Samoans. And with the Bullet Club, there's just so much them guys could do. They are so talented. And again, I see AJ Styles will be your new WWE champion. You're hearing it here from me. You don't believe it? Time will tell. We'll see what happens. But I see Roman Reigns losing that title. I want you to tune in for the next Q&A. We're going to get a little bit more than what we had here today because, like I said, I kept it small just to get a feel out and see what was going on with it. Worked out pretty nice, so I like to get a nice, a good amount of questions. Feel free to hit me with some hard ones if you want to. I'm pretty well versed, as you know, and I like this to be able to discuss what's going on. Now, we do have a Q&A. One question going on for the Big Slam Nation this week is who gives the best promo? Go on at Big Slam Nation or at Big Ray's Wrestling Show. Okay? And it'll be on my page. You got the show, all that. And it's going to be AJ Styles or Roman Reigns. You pick who is the best promo with that. And then we're going to discuss that this upcoming weekend on the Big Slam Nation. And of course, the Slam Nation is myself. It's Fame Black at Fame Black. It is Billy Ray Valentine at Obi-Wan You Know Me. Alright, it is 8-Track Brown, the dirtiest in the city. It's OK Fabe at OK Fabe. Kenny Killer, Tom Brady from the UK, our brothers over there in England, taking care of it with the Sunday Segue each and every week. Knocking it out with our man Fame Black as well. Big Slam Nation is growing and growing every single week. Check out Big Ray and the Wrestling Chick podcast. Check out the PW Hustle. More and more is coming your way as we are continuing to grow in this wrestling industry. Be sure to check out Big Ray every Wednesday on WrestleZone with Nick Hausman at WZ Daily on Twitter. And, of course, Bill Apter at Apter 1WRESTLING makes his appearances on there as well. And they talk all about wrestling and anything you want to know. It's one of the best wrestling programs in the country. With that, my friends, I am the show. This is Showtime with Bill Schuyler, presented by 1WRESTLING. And, of course, it's Big Slam Nation approved. With that, my friends, I will see you down the road.